Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. Of honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but the Spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. I titled this live, Jake, you cannot escape these curses, because our people are always trying to escape these curses on their own. They're always trying to escape these curses on their own. And one of the ways that our people have tried to escape these curses is by going to the land, going back to the land of Israel. We're seeing right now, how it's working out for our people. 49 families have been ordered to leave the land. So once again, we are being removed from our land. All according to the curses. Because you can't escape them. Let me get the actual. Well, let me get that verse. Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. All these curses, they're gonna overtake you. You ain't gonna be able to escape them. No matter what, no matter where you go. You go to you go to you catching hell in for example, you catching hell in the south, right? You in the south, and you go to the north, or you go to the west coast, you're still gonna be catching them curses, man. Maybe like in a different form, but you're still gonna be at the bottom. Still gonna be catching the curses. Your ancestors were scattered around the world, like they were scattered like fucking India or some shit, right? You're one of them Israelite foreigners that's from India and shit, and you come to fucking Babylon, or you go to some country in Europe, right? You go to England or some shit, thinking you're gonna escape the curses, right? Well, guess what? They gonna hit you there. You're gonna be discriminated against. You're gonna be at the bottom. Not gonna be able to get a good job. If you get a job, it's a poor paying job. It's at the bottom. It's hard labor. If you get that job, right? And it's gonna be struggle, get it, struggle, keep it, last hired, first fired. So no matter where you go, no matter where you go, where your ancestors went, it doesn't even matter how you look like now, because of because of what nation your ancestors, what nation of women your ancestors got with. It don't even matter. These curses are gonna come upon thee and gonna pursue thee and overtake thee. And these curses were hitting us back when we was in the land. So, really don't know what Jake was thinking going back to the land of Israel, like it was gonna make them curses escape. Like that's not what is man come out of her, my people, leave Babylon, go to land of Israel physically. No, it's a spiritual return. It's a spiritual return, not a physical return. And let me get that precept about basically, basically this is a precept basically talking about that. Yeah. Verse 63 of Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass that it kind of applies here, right? That as Yahweh rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and you shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it, whither thou goest to possess it, including if you go back to the land, of course, you know, including if you go back to the land, and you see that, you see that our people now, people, hey, they do that shit to us here, Yeah, the so-called Mexicans that come over here, and the Southwest, the American Southwest, that belonged to the so-called Mexicans, which y'all are the tribe of Issachar, that belonged to the so-called Mexicans, that land. They go back to it, and what happened? What happened? They get deported, They come back without sin papeles, they get deported. And it's actually hard to get them papers. It's actually hard. You gotta know people and shit over here. You gotta know people over here that hook you up and shit. There's a cost. People would rather go around and, hey, yo, hold on. I'm gonna try to do this live without interruption. So hopefully this is the last one. Back on it. All right, I'm back. So yeah. So basically, yeah, man. Ain't no way of escaping these curses, even if you go back to the land. Man, I know I said what I said. I know I said what I said. Hold on. Salakia ahead of time. a lot of things. All right. Back on the subject at hand. Basically, yeah, it don't matter where you go, man. Still gonna catch these curses. And let me actually, let me actually play that video.
Wow, them curses.
Oh shit! Fucking rats, nigga. There is a fucking rat. Yup, the rain is gonna cause the rats to come. Now I'm gonna report this. A fucking rat in this bitch. I'll be chasing the nigga out of here. Look out, bro. Chasing the nigga out of here. Little fucking rat. Chasing. I Shalom asked an interruption. I had a situation I had to deal with. But anyways, yeah, they think that they can get out of the curses like that. They think they can escape. Think they can escape by going back to the land, some of them. And yeah, let me pull up that video. I was trying to do it. Yeah. Yo, Khan, the curse. Oh, there you go. Uh, Khan. I want to pause it real quick. Basically, that is a part of curses because, it's just like the ghetto, where they was living in was like the ghetto here in America. In America, the ghettos are basically, they're right next to, well, they're right next to the warehouses, right next to the chemical plants and shit. So the land underneath the ghetto, but I believe like the ghetto parts of a lot of the ghettos, they contaminate with lead as well. A lot of them contaminate with that. A lot of them probably contaminated with asbestos and shit. A lot of them, they next to chemical plants and shit with ghettos. So that land is contaminated. And then so just like that, they went into Mona, Israel, the same situation. Jake living in the ghetto. You know, polluted land. Polluted land under them curses over there as well. Under them curses over there as well. So yeah, our people were thinking that some of our people thought that going back to the land was gonna be a good thing, it was gonna be a way for them to escape the curses. But the same thing, but the same curses was hitting them there, and it is hitting them there. Serve Amalek. Deal. No. Con. Captivity. Yeah, and basically, yeah, it wasn't our people's time to go back over there. It showed. That showed that it wasn't our time because what happened, our people was put in the ghettos, man, over there too, in a polluted land over there too, you know, suffering the curses being at the bottom over there too, you know, like they was in their own land, but they was getting treated like a foreigner, like a stranger, like an illegal immigrant, like an outcast, you know, because the curses have not been taken off of us, and that's not how. It's obvious. It should be obvious that that's not how these these curses are gonna come off our people. No, Yahweh Shai has to be sent back after the elect is sealed and after shit hits the fan and this place gets destroyed. That's how them curses get broken. Because right now, who's ruling over our land right now? Who is over there in our land calling themselves the Jews? But like but they lie. But they're not, and they do lie. What are the synagogue of Satan? Who is it? Like Amalek. These Idumeans, with Amalekites or Edomites. These Idumean is a Greek way of saying Edomites. They're the ones that are over there, calling themselves the Jews, man. All according to prophecy, they're gonna be over there, championing our land. You know what? traveling on land and shit, you know, they're gonna have control over it, and we ain't gonna be over there all out over there, And it showed, that they wasn't allowed over there from the get go, being placed in a polluted land around a nuclear reactor. All according to prophecy. Let me bring it out. Shall be trodden of the Gentiles. Let me get it. Jerusalem shall be trodden of the Gentiles till the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled in it. The time of the Gentiles has not been fulfilled yet. Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles. There you go. Luke 21 and 24. Luke 21 and 24. Ever since 70 AD, it's been the case here. Luke 21 and 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, both the people and the place. They're taking both us and our land for a spoil and claimed it as their own. They've claimed the land as their own, and they've claimed the people, us, as their own. Which is why, we have these slave names. Even over there, we couldn't call ourselves, for example, Ahabamoth, right? Couldn't call ourselves Ahabamoth on Yashrala or a name like that, in true real Hebrew. Couldn't call yourself that. No, you had to call yourself what he was calling himself, Ben Ami Ben Israel, which is Yiddish, not not Hebrew. It's like that's like a blend of English and Yiddish. So even then, not having a full heritage back because not having the true language back. They're not really having the land either because they're in the ghettos. Even going back to the land of Israel, no, that even if we was, it shows, man, ain't no way out them curses. There ain't no way out them curses. Let me get you know, Ezekiel 35 where it say or detail or Ezekiel 36 detail how these Idumeans, man, how these Idumeans and these Ishmaelites, they're the main ones in our land, man. How how they call that land their own. You get it. Ezekiel Ezekiel 36, Ezekiel 36, and Ezekiel 36 kind of go into it, man. Also, thou son of man, prophesy into the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Verse 2, thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even in the ancient high places are ours in possession. The enemy, the adversary, you know, they are Satan, which means adversary. Verse 3, therefore prophesy, and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto a residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and on infamy of the people. Verse 4, therefore ye mountains of Israel, hear ye the word of Yahweh power. Thus say Yahweh power to the mountains and to the hills into the rivers and to the valleys and to the desolate wastes and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Verse 5, therefore thus saith the Lord power, Surely in the fire of my residue, my Slakia, my jealousy, have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land unto their possession with the joy of their all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. And that's what's going on right here. You have the Idumeans, the 1948ers, the Amalekites, the Ish that wish to be us, but they're only Ish, them, right? The 1948ers. You have them, they get the fatness of the earth too, including when it comes to our land. And then you have the Ishmaelites, which have the other parts. And then, you even have some Hamites that came over there, the Falasha Jews, which some of them, they're Jacob, but a lot of them would be descendants of the ancient Samaritans, because you had Hamites that was placed in the land by the by the by the Assyrian Empire, called them the original Ish people, man. Except they was for them, you know, the Israelite Ish people. They was calling themselves Samaritans, but Samar that come from Samaria, which was built by who? The king of Northern Kingdom, I believe. You know, that so they wasn't the true Samaritans. You see what I'm saying? History repeating themselves. They being the original heathens, calling themselves Israelites, basically. You know, saying that land was theirs. But the same shit going on today. With the Edomites. You have the 1948ers in our land, and you have Ishmael, which is the so-called Palestinians. Yeah. You have the Edomites. There's a main group people, the main nation, main heathen nations. You have the Edomites, which they lay a claim to our land as the 1948ers. Then you have the Palestinians, the so-called Palestinians, which are predominantly Ishmaelites. You know, probably the good majority of them more than these other areas too, because our people, we was scattered and we was like uprooted from our land and shit. With yeah, you have them and our people, we don't our the people that went over there to Demona Israel, man, they did not realize that the time of the Gentiles is not over yet, meaning the curses are still on our people. And hey, these Idumeans and the residue of the heathen, they're still in our land, having it in possession and being, so being in power, so that means they in power over it, they in charge of the land, you know, you know. know. Yeah, man, this is another example of how, yeah, we under them curses, and yeah, you can't escape them. You know, it's not humanly possible for our people to escape the curses. It's not possible, you know. And basically, we supposed to wait on Yahweh Shai to come back, man. We supposed to wait on the Savior. We ain't supposed to do it on our own, you know. That's wait on me till I raise up to the prey, cause the Most High Yahweh gotta clear that land, bro, until I rise up to the prey. Let me get that. Yeah, that's in Zephaniah, I believe. Until the day that I rise up to the prey, yup. Zephaniah 3 and 8. You get it. Yeah, the fuck? Glitchy ass technology. Save, man. Save, jumping on my phone and shit. Causing it to glitch out. Trying to stop this word. You know what, hey, saying always hindering. Yeah. Well, yeah, let me bring out Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Verse 9. For then will I turn to the people of pure language, even this part, that they may all call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent. For when? Until I rise up to the prey, for what? For it said, for my determination is to gather the nations, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. You know, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So when then, because verse 9, for then will I turn to the people of pure language. What were they speaking over there? That Yiddish. They was just speaking that pure Hebrew, that Lashon Kadash, man. They was just speaking that. They wasn't calling upon the name of Yahweh for real, man. In the name of the son Yahweh Shai. They wasn't calling on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai over there. That's something else. We didn't have our true heritage. Us going back to the land. We was like a stranger in that land. Yeah, because it ain't been that day yet. where these nations have been, gathered, and then, basically speaking about World War III. World War III is not happened yet. You know, you know. Even verse 10, speaking on it. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed shall bring my offering. But that's then, that's then in that day. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed of all thy doings. Meaning that time yet, when thou hast transgressed against me, for then I will take away out of the midst of thee that rejoice in thy pride, and I shall no more be haughty because of my holy mind, Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, you know. So we supposed to wait on the Most High, on the Most High Yahweh, to send His Son Yahweh Shai to deliver us from these devils, man, and from these other heathen nations that got us in captivity, and to also gather the nations for Armageddon, for World War III, in the Middle East, the Valley of Yahweh Shapai. That ain't happened yet. Let me say this, Salakia, for that's just my opinion. Let me say this though. That's also proving that who's under the curses? Us. So who is the real Israelites? Us, not these people over there claiming to be the tribe and claiming to be the Jew. Really, they call themselves Jewish, so that in itself is an admission that they're not the real Jews. But they like to push that out, and if it was true, they would be in the fucking ghettos, bro. They would be in the ghettos. If it was true what they're saying, oh, the Arabs are Esau, and Ishmael at the same time, and we're we're the real Jews. If it was true, they would be in the fucking ghettos over there, bro. They would be in the ghettos. They would not have the fatness of the earth over there. Because look at all the wicked shit they do. Pink City. It's just look at Pink City, man. Look at what they do, what they do over there. All types of abominations. Some shit that's been going on. They've been doing some such shit. They've been doing some sodomite shit, bro. Eat, sucking on baby rods and shit. All circumcision. Look that shit up. If you got a strong stomach. Abomination right there, man. Right there. So if they was the people of the Lord, man, if they was the people, if they was the people, if they was the Israelites of the Bible, right, they would be, if they was trying to they would be in ghettos everywhere. And if they was trying to get back to the land, they would be in ghettos there too. And you'd have a Ishmaelite cops beating the fuck out of them and shit. And they'd be living in Demona. And then getting deported soon after and shit. But nah, they not. You know why? They not while doing all this wickedness. And you know why? Because they not the people. Because the law, statutes, and commandments don't apply to them. See, it also shows that. Law, statutes, and commandments was given to the Israelites. So punishment for going off for disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments is given to the Israelites. So it just shows you, who's under the curses, who's the people of the Lord, who 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 are the true Israelites. It shows you. It's the so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, and those Israelites that be like under the speckled bird, looking like the other nations, that go back to the so-called black people, to the people that are being called so-called black, Latino, and Native, on the father's side, somewhere down the line. It shows you, you know, what we've been saying, it's the truth. And let me get Joel, because Joel will tell you, let me get that. It's in Baruch. Unto this day have we been in our captivity. Have we been I think it's unto or until this day. Let me get it. No, unto this day have we been in our captivity. That's that Deontay Wilder scripture. He said like he said it best, to this day. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet in this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power. Yep. No, we in this condition, we in this condition, for a reason, to this day, to this day, for a reason, you know. What are we supposed to do? I think it's say in this chapter too, yo. Let me get it. Endure patiently the wrath that has come upon you. Khan. Let me see if it's right here. Let me see if it's in chapter 4. Oh, Khan, yeah. Baruch 4 and 25. My children. Well, let me bring this one out right here. Verse 5, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Verse 6, you were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because you moved power to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. Verse 7, for ye provoked them that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to power. It's basically, we was delivered because we was going off, so basically we're getting chastised. Yeah. Yeah, verse 8, ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. Yep. No, skip ahead to verse 25. My children suffer. Wait, let me read on down. Let me actually read on down. Verse 9, for when she saw the wrath of Yahweh coming upon you, she said, Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion, Yahweh hath brought upon me great mourning. Verse 10, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which everlasting brought upon them. Verse 11, with joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Verse 12, let no man rejoice over me to this day, we weep in the morning. We got the blues. That's why our people came up with the blues. Verse 12. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children am left desolate, because they departed from the law of power. Verse 13. They loot, which says God. When it says God, it's really it's the word Allah. It's the Hebrew word Allah, which means power. It's his title, not his name, his title. Verse 13, they knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the path of discipline in his righteousness. Verse 14, let them that dwell in Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which everlasting had brought upon them. Verse 15, for he had brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation and of a stranger's language which neither reverence old man nor pity child. Verse 16, these have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow and left her that was alone desolate without daughters. Verse 17, but what can I help you? Verse 18, for he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. You know, you know, you know what? Who's going to deliver you is, are you going to deliver yourself? Nah. Verse 18, for he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Is Esau going to allow you to come back, return land unto you? Nah. Verse 18, for he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Verse 19, go your way, O my children, go your way. So we know, that's we're supposed to wait upon who? The Most High Yahweh, send His Son Yahweh Shai, the Savior, Hamashiach. Verse 19, go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. Verse 20, I put off clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days, even the land is in mourning. You see, the land is in pitiful case. They're having to, that grass, that greenery, that shit that they brought in. They ship that shit in from other places. That land is buried and desolate. Can't grow shit there. They ship in soil, man. You can't grow up with the soil that's there. That was what the caboose was all about. They were shipping in dirt from other countries and shit, and plants from other countries and shit, trees from other countries. Verse, yeah, verse 21, be of good cheer, O my children. Yeah, so but yeah, be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto Yahweh, and he will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. You're supposed to cry unto Yahweh by Shimi Al Shai, he deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies, and we're supposed to wait upon them, not just call upon them, wait upon them. Verse 22, for my hope is in the everlasting that he will save you, and joy is come to me unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come upon you from the everlasting, our Savior. Verse 23, for I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but Yahweh will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever, forever. We ain't gonna be uprooted out this land again. You know, once once we get delivered from our enemies, from this captivity, once we get delivered from the hands of our enemies, and we get returned to a land for real, and our land is cleansed of them devils and heathens that are inhabiting our land calling theirs right now. You know, we ain't gonna be uprooted out that land again. We ain't gonna be deported again. And no more Israelite removal acts, man. Verse 24, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. That's where salvation is coming from. Also a cut to these 1948ers as well, you know. Yeah, you know who's gonna deliver? Who's gonna deliver us? Who's gonna deliver us? The Most High Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai, which is why verse 20, which is why we're supposed to wait on Him. Verse 25, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. Yep, you know, yeah, you know, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You know, hey, the table's gonna turn, you know, in due time. You know, coming soon actually. We ain't that far from it. So you're supposed to suffer patiently that wrath that has come onto you from Yahweh, you know. Suffer patiently these curses. Verse 26, my delicate ones had gone rough ways and were taken ways of flock, caught their enemies. Verse 27, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. You know, I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 28, for it as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Verse 29, for he that had brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Yep. Yep. Hey, you know, so there you go. Who's gonna save us from these devils and heathens? Who's gonna save Jerusalem, both the land, both the people and the place? Who's gonna save us from these devils, you know? Ain't not our damn selves, not any other nation, not any called leader that, you know, any so-called Messiah, you know. Oh, of course. I think, yeah, Kali, how about me outside? Wasn't able to take me out this live, man. They done it before, but they wasn't able to do it this time. You know, hey, you know they're doing that a lot though to brothers, man. They're taking down their lives, censoring the truth, man. We coming at that famine of the word time. You ain't gonna be able to get none of this. You know, it's gonna be all hell gonna be breaking loose, and you ain't gonna be able to find out the true reason why. Because the reason why is being given to you right now, and y'all not receiving it. Two-thirds, you know, y'all gonna, y'all gonna regret that decision. You know, but really, hey, you know, these two-thirds was never meant to get it. Y'all was never meant to get it. You know, it just had to play out this way. But yeah, man, you know, yeah, you're supposed to wait on the Most High Yahweh to send His Son Yahweh Shai. You know, call upon Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh which means Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. You know, come back, follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Turn back to the old ways. That mean come back, and that's how you're supposed to leave this place spiritually. Meaning, you know, mentally in your mind, you know, you leave this place, you know, get your mind right. That's what you're supposed to do. Not go back to the land, you know. You know, we gotta leave spiritually before we leave physically. You know, before we get delivered, you know, he's actually delivering our minds from this place before he delivers us physically from this place. You know, that's what people don't understand when they say, "Oh, well, if you're an Israelite, then why are you not in Israel?" Yeah, that's what they don't get. You know, which that's a very ignorant thing to say. You know, they're ignorant; they don't get it. All right, unless there's anything else for me to go over, probably gonna wrap it up soon. Okay, I'm seeing if I got anything else to go over. I should just go over it on another live. All right. Shalom, shalom. Hey, I hope that was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations. But the Spirit bears witness that they're the children. But the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. You know, shout out all y'all. You know, House David. You know, being rebuilt again. You know, we almost out of here. We're almost out of here. Just hey, them prophecies they flying off the pages. You know, can't really ignore them, but people still somehow ignoring them, which is some that you know I don't really get. But yeah, you know, 2/3 gonna be 2/3. Y'all through. You know, y'all gonna catch a new. You know, on this side it's over for you. You know, for you damn heathens, man, you ain't gonna be able to champ on our land no more, champ on our people no more. You know, you gonna shit's gonna be all for you. You know, no, it's gonna be the vice versa. You know, you ain't got no more power like that. And Esau, you know, damn devils, you know, you fucking through. Y'all damn devils is through. You know it too, which is why you try to You this was why you fuck with us when we you fuck with our videos and shit. You know that y'all going down, man. Y'all know that what we saying is true. Y'all know the prophecies as well. You know, and you're trying to stop it, but you can't. Matter of fact, the famine of the word is a major prophecy that's gonna be fulfilled at Amos 8:11. But guess what? The elect are gonna be sealed by then. So when you finally get around to doing it, it's gonna be too damn late for y'all. All right, so yeah, you devils are through. You know, you through and way too through and through. Times two. You know, you know, you're the only nation that's not promised mercy, not promised to be returned back to your land, not even gonna get to live under our rule after the kingdom is built. Yeah, you're gonna be done away with because there ain't no more need for the wicked. Why? Ain't no need for the wicked in a perfect kingdom. So y'all gonna be done away with. And hey, we almost out of here. Yeah, we almost out of here. When you see these things begin to come to pass, look out for that redemption is not. We're almost out of here, and we got next. We got next. Ain't gonna be deported, thrown out of the land. We ain't gonna be thrown out of anywhere. We ain't gonna be without might anymore. All right, so yeah, shalom, shalom. Stay strong. We almost out of here. Continue. To endure. You know, even when the shit get hard. Hey, Jacob's trouble. Hey, the hour of temptation. They force that chip. They force that shit on you. That's gonna be something to endure. It's called the hour of temptation for a reason. But hey, stay strong. Don't let go of that crown. It's a great reward coming. Revelation 2 and yeah, it's a great reward coming. Revelation 3 on down 13, 10 on down 13. It's a great reward coming. You know, yeah. So let me just bring it out. Verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Unwrap up with these scriptures to try them that dwell upon the earth. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly, hold thou fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Verse 12, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down from heaven from my power. And I will write upon him my new name. Verse 13, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches, which Greek word there is ecclesia, meaning gathering. All right, with that, shalom, stay strong. Yashra forever.